Hello, I'm Pam Smith. I'm the Senior National Consultant for Gardens and Parklands with the National Trust. I'm a horticulturalist by training. I've been doing it for 35 years, straight from school actually. I did do A-levels, I didn't go to university at the time. There wasn't a degree in horticulture that I wanted to do. I knew I probably didn't want to be a landscape architect. I was very sort of plant and outdoor focused more. I know I wanted to work outside. I actually thought of farm management. I really wanted to do forestry. It was very hard to get employment as a woman, in particular in forestry at the time. So I chose horticulture and I did a YTS, so a youth training programme for a year, which gave me more experience to actually get into college. And I went to Aston Brown College in York for 3 years. It was a great course, really practical, 9 till 5, working some Saturdays on the college grounds. And we did an industrial year placement, and I did that at Sheffield Parks Department. 6 months in the Botanic Garden, that gave me a real love of working in Botanic Gardens, and 6 months on golf courses, parks, working at Hillsborough, and I loved it. And I then went on to work in the North East in public parks for 12 years, and I love Victoria Parks. It's great to be here in Bordeaux Park in Birmingham. So I've stayed in horticulture. I've moved around a bit. When I was younger, I had the opportunity really to move around a bit more, but in '97 I moved from the North East to Birmingham, and I've been here ever since. And I was director of the University of Birmingham Botanic Garden, so some of you may know it as Winterbourne. That was quite a steep learning curve, but it's an amazing garden, an arts and crafts garden. At the time it wasn't open to the public, it was under threat of closure, so it was really a development role and a great opportunity just to test things out and actually probably be braver than I think I might be now. There's something about having a challenge and just trying things out and being a little bit under the radar, I think. So horticulture I've loved. I think at school there wasn't much understanding. I think that's the case now. I had 9 O-levels, so 9 GCSEs, and my careers teacher told me I was too tall and too clever to do horticulture because they just saw it as bending down and weeding or picking vegetables. So I chose the amenity horticulture, which is about parks, botanic gardens, heritage gardens. So I work with the National Trust now. I'm like a floating head gardener. I do a lot of advisory work with all our gardens. We've got over 240 gardens. Over all periods. You can tell the full story of garden history. It may not be as outdoor as I originally planned. I went into horticulture because I knew I wanted to work outdoors, and I think if you're looking to work in horticulture or every landscape profession, you have to think it's a people profession. The plants, the places are great, but it is about people, and that's what makes it. I love walking around gardens with other gardeners. And the nice thing about being a horticulturalist is you're never really away from it. So views that are train windows, talking to people about the house plants, their allotments. I don't know all the answers, so sometimes I try to avoid those questions. But it's a great career, and I'm 55 now, and I'm so glad I'm still doing it. And of all my school friends, I'm the only person who's doing the career they said they were going to do when they left school. So I'm really pleased with it. So I would really encourage people to look at careers in horticulture.